So you've been a CEO of your company before. Now you're the chairman. There's a lot of CEOs out there on LinkedIn who would be watching this, and they're probably thinking, okay, I'm getting older, a company's getting older. How do we stay relevant over time? And how do we keep in touch with the youngest members of the organisation and seek their feedback? Because millennials are so in touch with their own personal brand, especially if they've got a little bit of a following online. And how would a CEO in their 50s talk to them without being ignored?
When I was CEO, seek feedback from the youngest people in the organisation and make sure that I had the opportunity of maybe just having what we used to call a brown paper bag lunch, where you'd come and sit round the table and talk about ideas and issues they may have. Obviously, I'm not in that position now, but what I try and do to maintain that relevance is to mentor young people, to get an idea and understanding of the way they're thinking and how I can help them.
Do you ever learn anything from them?
Always.
What kind of things would you learn from them? I mean, obviously, the latest social media craze might be TikTok, or you were talking about Zoom, but I know all the kids are getting on House Party right now. So right. Is that what you mean in terms of what they're doing, or what they're listening to, or how they're consuming media? Are they the kind of questions you ask if you're a CEO talking to a young person in your organisation?
It's actually the way they think. For example, what their values are, or what they see as important, what their behaviours are, and also how they define loyalty and elements which, if you go back 10 or 15 years, the expectations have changed significantly. So when I was growing up, and I had a totally different view of the world to what young people have today.
What do you think would be a good starting point to develop your brand?
You need to start off with something that is going to be needed and wanted by others. So what is it that you can offer? So there's got to be that reciprocity of need, want, and the benefits accordingly. It's about guarding it and protecting it. It's about walking the talk and talking the walk. It's about continually reinventing yourself when you recognise you're not getting the traction that you think you should have, and working on trying to improve that, whether it be in terms of training and development, in terms of building your profile, in terms of seeking advice, knowledge and guidance with those who are around you, or through a mentor. You're always challenged with difficult decisions, and you have to navigate and ensure that you engage all those around you in a relevant way. And branding is about leading from the front and making sure you can communicate your values, your philosophies, and your positioning in difficult times and in good times. I often encourage people to sit down and work out what are their strengths and what are their weaknesses in terms of trying to position themselves so they are unique if they want to try and be more relevant than what they are in their current job.